One night in Zim's apartment and the world's your oyster. I made some logos that you got to see.
Hello, gorgeous.
I'm going to show you the two I did, 7 and 8, that I didn't make a video about. This one is a logo for Austin Run. It's a marathon in Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas flag has a star. Also, Texas is called the Lone Star State. Also, everything's bigger in Texas. You can draw whatever conclusions you want about that. Running shoe, maybe like a Adidas, Nike from like 1970 or something. Yes, that's what I did. I did the Austin Run in a saloony Old West font because that's what I still associate with Austin, Texas, even though Austin is very hip and trendy now. It's kind of like Brooklyn or Portland, very hip, trendy places. Yeah, so that's it. I think it's pretty cool. It's not so bad. Number 8, I did Sparked logo. This one is for a company that has news about video games. So hopefully you can tell that it's a Game Boy on a flame. I incorporated a couple different techniques. This one's similar to the dodo bird I did for wildlife. The logo looks good up close, but when you get smaller, I don't think it looks that great. So we'll just make sure it's big all the time. Yeah, I really like this one. I think it's really beautiful, but I'm not so certain. One of the things we had to make sure was that it was on a dark background, so that's why it's on black. So that was 7 and 8. What I need to do is finish the 9th logo challenge, and then secondly, I have a friend, a childhood friend, an awesome possum friend I grew up with, and he has a business with a friend where they do guided tours through Tibet. Maybe do a little redesign of his logo and then try to just spruce up the Squarespace website. And no, so far this is not sponsored by Squarespace, but Squarespace, I know that you've been putting money everywhere to everyone, but not me. I guess it's because I'm not advertisable. Whatever. Wait. No, don't brand myself that way. I'm very advertisable. I just haven't been discovered yet. Okay, so the second project is I'm gonna do that. Let's get started. Let's see what they have for me for number 9. This one's from St. Even Reed. Hey there, excited to be working with you. We've seen some of your previous logos you've designed, and we are really impressed. Thank you, St. Even. Paint TM is a fantastic mobile app that allows you to take a photo of anything, and it will automatically pull up the correct color in multiple formats, including Sherwin-Williams paint, Pantone color, and many more. Oh, that's so cool. We're looking for a redesigned logo that is visually appealing. I've attached our current logo below, but we think it's too bland. It really lacks some color, which is what our app is all about. We'd be open to a text-based logo or one that has an icon. The most important thing is that it's colorful, whether it be one color or multiple. Can't wait to see what you come up with. St. Even Reed Paint TM. And this is the logo they're working with right now. It's not a bad logo. Pretty good logo. They just wanted some color. St. Even, thank you for finding me. I'm so glad you're here. I'm gonna make you a very colorful logo, possibly, and it might look good. No guarantee. We'll see. Okay.
Hello, nice to talk to you. I started working on the paint logo. I knew that I wanted to make like a color palette. That way I could get in a bunch of colors. And then my initial idea was to just put like font on top of the palette and then kind of cut the text out of the palette. I thought that would be fun to do. So once I picked some colors, these were too bright. I decided I was going to make them a little bit less bright in Photoshop. But I went through and tried some effects on the color palette that I made, where I rounded the edges, but I actually did some distort functions where I kind of made the boxes wavy on the edges. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's there. It's there very subtly. So then I just tried to play around with the texts, paint on top of the color palette, but what I was finding was I didn't like between the N and the A, you could see the color change in the color palette beneath it. So you had a bunch of lines converging all at the same place, which confused you and distracted you. So I ended up moving the letters into individual squares. I thought it's kind of interesting to have 3 squares where there are no letters. I was also contemplating like getting rid of 2 squares so that it would go PAI and then the next row would be NT and then you just have 1 square with nothing there. But possibly that last square could have been like a little camera lens because the app, you take pictures and then it shows you what color they are. But I don't know, I kept with this. It's a little bit more avant-garde, possibly. Anyways, but then after I got to this point, I thought, you know what? We need to bring this thing to life. How can we make it just a little bit cooler? So I started kind of making it look much more 3D. So I added some shadow to the bottom left, I added a highlight to the top right, and then I went through and added some shadows beneath the text as well, so they look like they're jumping out a little bit in addition. And I thought it was looking pretty cool now, kind of skeuomorphic. So I made it kind of a bright background color, and this is the final edition of Paint, coming to an app store near you. Okay, let me know what you think about this one in the comments below. But I was donezo with this guy.
Oh my goodness, I finished the Paint logo. I don't know why, but I'm really into this kind of skeuomorphism look. Okay, so now what I have to work on is changing, doing like a logo redesign and then oomping up the website for my friend's guided tour company called Guided Tibet. So if you want to take a tour in Tibet, which would be an interesting, fun experience, assuming you don't get killed by a yak. Wait, is that Tibet? I feel like that's Tibet. Yeah. So this is the logo now. I think it's okay. It's pretty good. I like the color. I like that it gets the point across. 'Cause Tibet has classic. I feel like that's Tibetan with the lines that come around and then squares and stuff. So I'd like to keep that element if we can. Probably I might get rid of your next adventure, just try to simplify things. I think an element of the mountain would be cool to include. Probably the biggest thing we need to oomph up is just getting the size under control so that it's not so like spread out and big, and then fix or update the typography. Guided Tibet's, yeah, it's not so bad, but it's just regular font written there. So we'll see what we can do with it, make it a little bit more dynamic. Okay, and then after that, what can I do to the website? I'm thinking we just need to add more color. We need to add more images, places. The top image is pretty good, but it's not big enough to span the width, so it loses some quality. So I'll see if I can replace that image. And the font there on top is maybe not the greatest, so I'll try to fix that. And then maybe I'll put like 3 or 4 actual trail adventures, tours you can do, like on the homepage, so you'll be able to click into which one you want. Yeah, okay, I'll have to see how that goes. I'm gonna get started on that and see how it is when it's all over. Oh, John McClover. Pop, pop, ping. All right, Charlie Chaplin. I finished the Guided Tibet logo spruce up and the website spruce up. I decided to actually put the logo on top of the banner because Squarespace was doing this weird thing. Here's a look back at everything that we made today. It's like 3 things. That was a weird noise. Nah, I don't think I can make it again. Okay, I want to thank you for being here to watch this video. I really like craisins. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. because it's a weekday. Weekdays every day. Weekends, no day. Remember that. Yeah, sure. Okay, catch you later. Stay awesome, possum, and I'll see you later, alligator, on the next one. Bye.